Hi all! Today we're going to talk about dialogue and how to punctuate it. This can be tricky, so if you're in my online class, go ahead and print out the document attached to this exercise so you can follow along. To start out with, before I give you any information, I'd like you just to go ahead and punctuate these 6 sentences. You can also indicate if you think any of these sentences should be indented as you go, and then we'll look at the right answers in a moment. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. All right, let's look at the correct answers and we'll see some rules that are going on here. First of all, notice that anything that is being spoken aloud is placed between pairs of quotation marks. However, if we have a thought that is not spoken aloud, there are no punctuation marks surrounding it. In addition, there is always punctuation that separates what is being spoken from the speaker. So in this case, it's good morning, comma, said Rebecca. Here we have a question mark that's separating what is being spoken from the speaker. Also notice that the word that comes after the quotation mark is not capitalized. It's not like starting a new sentence. That's lowercase. However, when you're starting a piece of dialogue, that first letter is capitalized inside the quotation marks. Also, when you start a new paragraph, when you switch speakers. So each of these, if you look at the one above, none of these are indented. But each of these are indented because a new speaker begins every time. So we actually have 6 different paragraphs here. So keep that in mind. Also, we want to look at the direct address comma. And this is when you're speaking and naming somebody, you put a comma between what you're saying and their name. So let's go to the next set of examples. Go ahead and punctuate these as you see fit based on what you've learned so far. Pause the video for a moment. All right, so let's look at the correct answers again. We have this direct address comma in play, and we see, do you want to go to coffee, comma, Rebecca? Let's just skip it and get engaged, comma, Humphrey. So you always have that direct address comma splitting up those words. You can see how important it is here in this lower example. If you forget the direct address comma, when you say, let's eat grandma, Hazel said, it sounds as if you want to eat grandma. However, if you remember to put it there, it's let's eat grandma, and implies that they're going to have a meal together instead of actually eating grandma herself. All right, so let's do one more round of practice. Go ahead and punctuate these sentences based on what you know, and pause the video for a moment. All right, so here are the answers. Let's notice the rules that are in play. Each line that is functioning as dialogue has quotation marks surrounding it. There's always a piece of punctuation separating what is being said from the speaker. Here's a question mark in this case, or a comma. Also, when there is a thought, it is not punctuated. We have no capitals after the dialogue unless it's actually a name, and then that's proper to be capitalized there. And the quotations are started with a capital letter. Also, we've indented each time a new speaker comes in to talk. So this is 5 different paragraphs here. So I hope that helps you as you get started with the basics of dialogue punctuation, and I'll talk to you soon.